but I don't see anything. I think I'm live right now. I don't know. Oh no, 8:29. Yeah, I think I'm live. What is that? Oh, okay. No, that's going on to the computer now. I don't know. Oh, here we come.
Okay, just push your volume on.
All right, I think I'm live right now. Let Kurt know that I'm live. Can you get him on your phone? I'm sure that I have to be on my phone. For some reason, I can't connect on my computer. I'm sure many of you just saw that exchange between Sammy and I. And I'm getting some questions. I want to answer as many as I can. I got to apologize. I did get a little excited on there, but, sometimes things just happen. When things are said, it kind of hits home a little bit. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A lot of questions. Recap what just happened. Sammy got insulted. I said something on a video. I posted something on the video. I just mentioned the fact that he was in the witness protection program, which is, common knowledge. Everybody knows that. I didn't say anything negative. He got offended by it. He told me about it. He said some things I didn't like. I said, Sammy, I'll take it down if it bothers you. I did, but he just continued. So I don't want to have that kind of relationship with him. I thought we had kind of hashed things out between us, but, unfortunately it got heated. Michael is doing good. Hello from California. How are you? These things are going fast. I'm trying to answer them. Thoughts on pineapple on pizza? I don't like it, but a lot of people do, especially out here in California. It's a big seller. I got to tell you this, people. None of this was scripted. Even in the video, for those of you that are going to watch it, and by the way, I don't have any control of that. Patrick, he put up a lot of money to make this happen. It's a great production. I do have to tell you that. I did see the production. He did a great job on it, but I don't have any control. I don't think Sammy does as to how he releases it or what he does. But, look, if you want to learn about Cosa Nostra, you're going to learn it from two guys that were there, and that's all I can tell you. I'm not, you guys make your own decision on it. I had no idea the young boy died in your house. Yes, he did, Jason. It was a tragedy that happened. I don't want to get into that too much now, but, our family's getting through it. Does the mob still exist? Yes, it does. Have you had to stab somebody? I'm not going to answer questions like that. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm seeing many of you saying that. Thank you very much. Listen, that wasn't much of a negotiation. I have to say that. We didn't really negotiate. It got a little bit heated. And again, I'm not happy about that. I really am. I did not want it to turn out to be like it did. And for those of you out there that might have been a little offended, I got a little bit heated. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But there's a free guide that we're giving out down there about negotiating. That wasn't the greatest negotiation, I can tell you that. That was more of us kind of coming at one another. If we were at a legit sit down, it wouldn't have happened that way. Trust me. And I think you'll see more in the sit down that we did, the way we're supposed to compose ourselves. But look, you want to learn about negotiation, I promise you. I can hold my own in that. And we have this free guide. Just click on in the bottom. We want everybody to get something, out of this, whether you buy this thing or not. So, but click on to that because negotiation in life is very important. And you know what? This won't end here with Sammy and I guarantee we're going to be talking again, whether it be good or bad. Hopefully it's going to end up right. But, you had two mob guys that got heated and it just went off in that direction. Do I still like Sammy after today? I got to like him a bit while we were doing this. We're not friends. We don't go out to dinner together. We're not doing other business together. But I always try to like people first. I don't want to dislike him. And I'm sure he felt the same about me. I don't know why he got so offended. I honestly don't. But again, if he did, I apologize to him. We took that little section down, but obviously it didn't satisfy him. Why do we have to pay for Mafia States of America? I got to tell you this. Patrick Bet-David has spent well over $500,000 on this project. It is a good quality project. It's one of a kind. I doubt you're ever going to see anything like this again. I'm not going to dictate to Patrick how to do his business. But I can tell you this, you won't be disappointed. I know it's Christmas time and I know, some people may not be, that financially able at this point in time. It's going to be up there for a while. But I'm telling you, I think it's something that you will enjoy. And Patrick really went all out on this. Nobody's looking to make money. I want to tell you this too. Sammy and I did not get paid for this. I want to make that very clear. I know there was some comments on YouTube. Sammy and I have not received one penny. And if Sammy did, I don't know about it. And I'm telling you, we didn't receive one penny on this to this point. Nothing. All of this work has only been an expense on Patrick's part and obviously on our time. But we haven't been paid for anything. Patrick is a snake. Nah, Patrick's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. I like him. And, look, he's a businessman and he does what he needs to do. Hi from Northern Ireland. I'm going to be in the UK in May. I'm doing a 25-city tour in the United Kingdom in May. For those of you that are watching this that live in and around the Detroit area, on January 29th, I'm going to be at the Adiamo Theater. It's a ticketed event. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing my thing, talking about a lot of different things, doing a Q&A. There's a VIP signing afterwards. We're going to have some photos together. January 29th at the Adiamo Theater. It's in Warren, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. I'm doing a lot of touring next year, people. I'll be doing a lot. I'll be all over the country and all over the United Kingdom for quite some time. So I hope to meet many of you. How you doing, my friend? I'm okay. The UK, yes, 25 cities, and we'll have the schedule probably by the end of January. And for those of you that are of my faith out there, Christians, I'm sorry. I don't think you're supposed to conduct yourself the way I did just now. I got a little bit out of control with him. But Christians are bold too. We speak up. Jesus did, but I think I could have controlled myself a little better. Sorry about that. How about Chicago? I love Chicago. I'll be back there. Austin, I have people and a lot of friends there. I'll certainly be there. How's the casting going for the television show? It's moving along well. I think we're about to nail the lead role in Michael. I can't tell you who that's going to be yet, but I think it's coming up soon. You'll hear a big announcement, I think, right after the holidays. Hi from Kansas, another place that I love. Spent a lot of time there visiting my dad in Leavenworth Penitentiary. Been back there a lot since, and I love that city. Can you come to Wisconsin? Yes, I can. I can come everywhere. Everywhere that people ask me to come, I come eventually. Come to Germany. I would love to come. Alabama, many friends there. Put on the chat. I think put it on slower. I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? I don't know how to put the chat on slower. I wish I could. Oh, that's a little better now. Come to Macedonia. I'd love to. Sweden, Arizona, the Netherlands, Japan, Iran. Man, I would love to. Thank you all for tuning in from all over the world. I really appreciate that. What do I feel about Kenosha? Look, I want to tell you this with Rittenhouse. If you were to listen to the mainstream media and to so many people that made comments before the trial, you would have hung this kid. I listened to a lot of the testimony put on by the prosecution. And this kid, the verdict was the correct verdict. That's all I can say. It was the correct verdict. You got to listen to the evidence before you look to convict people. That's a main a privilege that we have in this country. You're innocent until proven guilty at a trial or in a court of law. And to make these judgments, unless it's so obvious, sometimes you can't help it. But, the facts that came out on the case with Rittenhouse were the jury reached the right verdict. I can say this. Are you in Scotland when you're in the UK? Yes, I understand we will be in Scotland. I want to golf there. I'm a golfer. At least I try to be. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Thank you very much. Were you a billionaire? I was not a billionaire. I had, a significant amount of money, but I wasn't a billionaire. The government accused us in the gas tax business for defrauding them out of several $1 billion. That might be true, but it didn't all go into my pocket, I can tell you that. Charlie Moose, he was a real guy. He was a capo regime in our family. I knew Charlie well, and we got along, I can say that. Got to review Once Upon a Time in America. I know, for some reason, I've never gotten to that, but I will shortly. A lot of people ask about it. Did I ever meet Carlo Gambino? I did when I was young with my dad. We went to his home. I think it was in Massapequa, and I did have the pleasure of meeting him. He was very nice to me when I did meet him. I was a youngster back then, but he was a nice guy. Do I speak Italian fluently? I do not. I understand more than I speak it. He should have got charged with illegal firearm. Well, it wasn't illegal. They proved that he was allowed to have that, and he didn't. Rittenhouse, he didn't cross state lines with it. And they proved at the trial that he was allowed to have that particular firearm, and that's why they had to drop the charge. Do you ever know Paul Castellano? Yes, I did. If you read my book, I had to sit down with Paul. I got him upset at one point in time over some chicken. Were the Porcico brothers so vicious as people say? I like Junior a lot. He was a real guy. I mean, he was a tough guy, no doubt about it. Did I ever meet Phil Spector? Yes, I did. You know, in the record business with my dad a long time ago, and with Norby Walters. Did I know Tony Mira? Yes, I did. Tom Papania, I know of him. No, Tom and I never met, and I know what the story is. Yes. Were you ever involved with the Mennonite mob? No, I was not. You're an inspiration. Thank you very much. I don't think I was much of an inspiration today, but I try to be. Thank you for that. Is LeBron James better than Michael Jordan? For me, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they were the kings. I love the both of them. Michael, hard to argue, the greatest of all time. There's some great players out there, but he was really terrific. I'm not as big a fan as LeBron, but LeBron is obviously very talented.
Baby, you can slow down a little bit, baby.
I don't know how to slow these.
You don't have to answer every question.
No, I'm not answering every
Talk
question.
slower, slow down a little bit.
Would I ever come to Kenosha? Absolutely. I would love to come to Kenosha. I hear it's a nice city. Have you heard of the DeCavalcanti family? Yes, and I knew people from there. Did I ever deal with the Yakuza or any other criminal organizations? Never the Yakuza. We dealt with the Westies, the Irish mob, did deal with, some of the Latinos at times, but never the Yakuza. Montana or Brady? I love Joe Montana, but I got to give the edge to Tom Brady. He's amazing. You know, playing at this level, at this age for so long, you got to give him the props in that regard. Would you ever go to Maryland? Of course, I've been there. Joe Pistone, I like the guy a lot. I'm sorry, but you see, I've done a YouTube with him. Joe and I are friends. We've become friends later on, and I think he's a good man. That's that much I'll say. He did his job, and he did his job better than we did our job on the streets when he was undercover. Tom Cruise could play me. He's a little bit old right now. I'm younger in the television series. Did I ever deal with Santo Trafficante? I did not. Mike, move the side scroll and it will stop. What side scroll? I don't know how to do that. I wish I was a little more sophisticated with this.
Babe, you're on your phone. You can't do
Yeah.
it on your phone.
Was there Serbian mafia? Don't know.
On the computer you could, but not on your phone.
Is your background Sicilian or Italian? I am from Naples, Napolitan, both my mom and my dad. And Sicilian is Italian also. You know, some people disagree with that, but I don't. What about Greg Scarpa? You know, obviously I knew Greg well. He was my family during my time. I won't say we were the best of friends, but I knew him and we got along. Ever deal with James Galante? You mean Carmine Galante? Yes, I knew Carmine fairly well through another friend of mine. I saw something about Andrew Russo, but it went too fast. Boy, I'm sorry. If this were on my computer, I'd be able to answer a little better, but for some reason, it wasn't connecting. Mayo or ketchup? I'd rather have mayonnaise. I'm not a fan of either, but I'll take mayonnaise. How do I feel about the hit on Paul Castellano? That's the life. You know, whether you like it or not, that's what happens. And I'm not going to talk about whether it was justified or not. If John felt that he was in trouble and that he was going to be killed, in that life, you act first. So that's all I could say. Man, there's been a lot of people from Kenosha, and my heart goes out to you. I really do. I understand that, you know, things have been calm after the verdict. I'm glad to hear that. I know you suffered through a horrendous couple of weeks last year, and hopefully that's all calmed down now. I hate to see the rioting and all of that, pillaging that's going on, people getting hurt, innocent people, businesses closing. It's a horrible thing, and I hope it doesn't occur anymore in this country. Did I ever meet Joe Pesci? I did not. I've never met Joe. I would like to. He's a great actor. Much love from Mexico City. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Who was your worst enemy? You know, I don't know. I mean, in that life, sometimes you have enemies. Sometimes I can't say that I don't think I made really bad enemies with anyone, and look, I'm still alive after all of these years. So, God God has had his favor with me, I would say. Can you slow down the scroll? I wish I could. I just don't know how to do it. I'm going to be honest with you. On the phone, it's difficult. Are you still a Trump supporter? Trump 2024. Listen, I don't like what's going on in this country. I'll say this again. I liked Trump's policies. There was things that I disagreed with Donald Trump, but I think his policies were good for America, and I think we're seeing that more than we ever saw. And whether it be Trump or somebody else who would have the same policies, America first, let us live like we were supposed to live in this country, then that's who I would support, whether it be Trump or any other candidate, Democrat, Republican, Independent. It's the policies that I support more than anything else. Would you come to Iran? I would. If I had an invitation and there was a reason, I certainly would. I'm going to have a tough time tomorrow. Need your advice. I'm sorry, I don't know who I missed that. Have you seen any of the Ghostbusters movies? I have not. Much love from Canada. Thank you. I love that country. I really do. Poland. I'd love to go there. Maybe when I visit the UK, we're going to stay a few extra weeks there and hopefully get a chance to visit some of the places I haven't been. I've been to quite a few places in Europe, but love to do some more. What do I think about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial? Who knows what's going to come out? It'll be interesting to see. Vic Amuso, I didn't deal with him. I did meet him. Love from Italy. Thank you. Love my home country. Come to Europe, please. Like I said, I'll be there in April 28th and 29th. I'll be in Copenhagen in Denmark. And then from May 6th through June 16th, I'm going to be in the United Kingdom. We're going to be doing 25 cities. Somebody asked me about Donnie Shacks. Yes, Donnie was a good friend. I like Donnie a lot. And again, the Adiamo Theater on January 29th in Warren, Michigan. For those of you that live in the area, hope to see some of you. I'll be talking about it on social media, promoting it a little bit. I understand it's a beautiful theater. My friend Chaz Palminteri played there. His brilliant one-man show, Bronx Tale. And he told me that it's a great place. I've never been there. But the Adiamo Theater, January 29th in Warren, Michigan. Have you spoken to Karen Hill in the last 10 years? No, I haven't. I don't know if I've ever met Karen. I don't think so. Please drop Wise Guy TV a link, okay? When are you going to review Once Upon a Time in America? It's coming, I promise you. We'll get it. No, Sammy, were you and Sammy in the Colombo family? Sammy was originally in the Colombo family. Then something happened, and he was removed from that family and went to the Gambinos. And that's how he became a Gambino. But he was originally not a made guy, but he was originally an associate in the Colombo family. He got made in the Gambino family. Do I still feel paranoid about the past life? I never felt paranoid about my past life for some reason. I'm a Christian. I trust in God, and I know where I'm going at the end of this life, and God has been good to me. He's had his hand on my life in many ways, so I don't suffer from paranoia. When is the Sammy sit down dropping? I think Patrick just told us it's dropping December 3rd. I think that's a Friday, so you can certainly see it as of December 3rd, and I'm sure it's going to be there for a while.
So there's some other questions coming in.
Okay. Here are some questions if you want to give him the phone. What's the most important thing in negotiation? There's a couple of important things in negotiation. This is really important because, people, you're negotiating in your life all the time. Your wife, your husband, your kids, your boss, your employees. You're always negotiating. The guy you go repair your car with, sometimes in a restaurant, clothing, whatever it is, you're always negotiating. The most important thing is always to be prepared in a negotiation. Prepare yourself. If you're walking into a room to discuss a pay raise or any other thing, a business deal, read the room right away. Understand what it is. Know what your opponent I call him, the guy sitting on the other side of the desk, know what he wants out of this. Know how you're going to compromise. It's so important to learn the art of negotiation. Get on this free guide. It's on here now. Get on it. Oh boy. Get the free guide. I think you can click on it and get it right now. Do you think you and Sammy will be friends after this? I hope so. I really do. I mean, it got heated. I didn't like some of the things he said. He didn't like what I did, but I don't try to make enemies. I really don't. I don't live my life making enemies. And Sammy, for whatever, I think he's tried to turn his life around. He's got a nice family. I love his son, Gerard. He's just the nicest kid you want to meet. I haven't met everyone in his family, but the people that I've met around him, I like. And I wish Sammy well. I hope he does great on YouTube. I hope he has success, whatever he was doing. I had no animosity or hard feelings for him. And I do hope that, at least we maintain a relationship. Whether we will or not, I don't know. Sammy, maybe he holds a grudge. I'm not the type to hold a grudge. Don't come after my family, and you're okay with me. But other than that, I hope we do patch this up. What was the highlight of filming Mafia States of America? The highlight? I guess the fact that we ended off, not killing each other, really. I mean, that was a good part. And it kind of brought us back. It was kind of nostalgic because I'm sitting across from a real guy. And so was he. And so it kind of brought us back in a way, and I thought that was good. Would you sit down again with Sammy? I don't know. I think we'd have to tone it down. We'd have to come to an understanding. I don't want to do this ranting and raving like we did just now. I don't want to be, accusing him of stuff and him accusing me. That's not productive. It doesn't do anything for anybody. And maybe it's just entertaining for people who like to see that stuff. I don't like to do that. So hopefully if we sit down, it won't be like that again. It'll be something productive. How do you prepare for a sit down? I think I just said it. Know what you're going in to sit down for. When you go in for a sit down, you got to know your opponent. You got to know what he wants. You got to know to outsmart him. That's important. You can't lose your cool like we did just now. That doesn't go very far in a sit down. You can't be disrespectful. You can't, call somebody else a name. Made guys have to respect people, respect one another. So what we did right now was not cool. I can tell you that right now. But, in a sit down, you be prepared. You know what you're going to accept in the end. You know what your other guy wants. I can get to, as a chapter in my book, that I talk all about the sit down. I don't want to rush through it right now, but it's very important. Let me see. I keep getting... Hold on. And then shout out the negotiation guide and close out. The negotiation guide, you can click on and get it right now. It's free. We want to give this all to you because just for tuning in for this. And I want you to, my inner circle, we have a big community of people that are really getting benefited by the content and by the exposure they're having to me. I'm going to encourage you to join the inner circle, join my crew. People are encouraging one another. Business deals are occurring. A lot of stuff is going on. And for those of you of faith out there, we even do a Bible study every once in a while. For everybody that wants to jump in, we're going to start this out. We got a lot of people coming in. We try to be an encouragement to people, try to benefit people. That's what it's all about. So michaelfranzese.com, you can go on the inner circle, see what it's all about. If you're interested, great. But click on and get the free guide. It's right here. It's posted. I'm going to take maybe 3 or 4 more questions, 5 minutes. I'm going to let you all go. You make any film on your life? There's a television series coming out probably in the next year. Do I have a podcast? We have a YouTube channel, Michael Franzese. You can tune in, but a podcast is coming and you're gonna love it. We're gonna have great content in it. Probably right after the first of the year, we're gonna be starting it. I'm from Russia. Yes, you can be in the inner circle from anywhere in the world. All you got to do is click on and you'll be part of it. You'll be part of our Zoom calls that we do at least twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month. We do a live session where everybody comes and meet. The last one we did was on a yacht in Newport Beach, California. Everybody that was attended got to meet each other. We had a great time. And we're going to be doing these things, twice a year probably from this point. But again, the best part of it, people get encouraged. They get business tips. They get life skill tips. They learn from one another and they learn from me. Milwaukee, love to. Sinatra or Elvis, I'm a Sinatra guy. Can't help it. What else? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Do I still talk to mob guys? I'm going to be interviewing or sitting down with two of them. I'm not going to tell you who, but two guys that I believe have really tried to turn their lives around. And I'll be sitting down with them on my YouTube channel fairly soon. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. It's a holiday, night before a holiday. I'm sure people have things to do. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Click on right now and get your free guide to negotiation. How to master the art of negotiation. Click on. It's a gift from me for Thanksgiving. Hope to see you more in the inner circle or in my crew. Love all of you. God bless. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Oh, one last question. Somebody said, Michael, how do you get in contact with me? Just go to my website, michaelfranzese.com, and there'll be a way to communicate. It'll go to my team first, and then they'll send it to me. michaelfranzese.com is the website. And like I said, from there you can join the crew or the inner circle. Get your free guide. Last time I'm going to say it, then I'm going to end it. Click on. It's free. Art and Negotiation will give you a little insight as to what we're providing, the content we're providing to all of you. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless all of you. Take care.